It has been a minute, okay? It's been a while. So much has happened since I last was on camera. I never film in front of my bookcase, but I am today. I'm talking a little quiet too because my baby is sleeping right now and he's sleeping long enough for me to put makeup on and sit down and film. I don't know how much I'm gonna get through this video before he wakes up. I'm 3 weeks postpartum. What the actual fuck? I'm a mum. This is my first video back. I didn't know if I was going to film this soon after giving birth, but here I am. Here I am. I'm feeling really, really good mentally, emotionally. I have my days. Some days are harder than others, but today I'm here to talk about books, and this is a book haul because I've been like buying books, I guess, over the past couple of weeks. Some of these books you would have seen on Instagram already if you are following me, because I did show them off the week prior to me giving birth. But yeah, I just wanted to like show you guys on YouTube the books that I've recently purchased. I'm back, baby. I don't know how much I'm gonna upload, how often. I don't know if this is just gonna be like a random video and then you won't see me for another month or so. Like, I don't know. My baby has no routine. Newborns don't have routines. And he is a particular little boy, if I do say so myself. I do plan on doing a birth story if you're interested. I know there's a lot of people on Instagram that want to know the ins and outs of my labor and delivery with my son. Let's just say I am dealing with some birth trauma because I went through it. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. That can be my next video. It's so weird. Like, I've literally just gotten used to not filming. And I keep hearing phantom cries. I really hope he doesn't wake up. Okay, so the first book I'm going to show you and talk about is this book here called Girl Crush by Florence Given. So this is by the author that wrote Women Don't Owe You Pretty, which I believe is a non-fiction like feminist book. This is a fictional story that she's written. I did start it pre-giving birth when I was pregnant and I loved it. But again, the pregnancy slump, I just wasn't in the mood to read a lot of the time, so I will be coming back to this. From what I've read, this book is super unique and something so different for me. It is not necessarily a romance. It is marketed as a kind of like feminist empowerment story about this woman who is in a long-term relationship with a man, and she's kind of like discovering herself and realizing like she's not attracted to him anymore, and she doesn't really think that she ever was attracted to him, and like figuring out that she's bisexual and going on like this sexual journey with herself and figuring out who she is. There is non-binary characters in this book as well, so this is super different for me. I've never read a book with non-binary characters, but the vibe of this book so far is immaculate. I posted a photo of the first page on Instagram when I bought it, and so many of you were like, I have to buy this right now because it sounds so good. I was in Kmart and I read it and I was like, fucking sold, bitch. Like, I wanted to take it home straight away. I'm literally fucking sweating. Postpartum is no joke, bitch. It's no fucking joke. The next two books are from Sophie Luck, and she kindly sent these to me. Sophie does that. Like, every now and then I'll get a random package on my doorstep from Sophie or her business daddy with signed copies of her books. But these are the special edition covers from the, oh my god, what series is it? I can't remember what the series is called. It's one of her Mafia series. So this one's The Brutal Prince and this one's The Stolen Heir, which is my favorite. And originally she just came out with these two special edition covers, but she's coming out with the whole series in these illustrated covers, and I can't wait to get the rest of them. Brutal Prince is an amazing book. It's mafia, arranged marriage. Loved every minute of it. This was the book that kind of like put Sophie on the map. And Stolen Heir is about this ballerina who gets kidnapped by this Polish gangster. And it's like a gothic Beauty and the Beast captive kind of retelling. It's my favorite out of the series that I've read. I love these covers. They're just absolutely stunning, and the details on the inside, like you've got all these illustrations and stuff. Next up we have the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I hope I'm saying that right. Now, those books got picked up by a publishing company. If you follow me on Instagram, you know all about this. Those books got picked up by a publishing company and they've been reprinted and they're like smaller, whereas I have Twisted Games and Twisted Love from when they first came out with these special edition covers, so they're larger, and I was hunting everywhere for the larger copy of Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies to match the books on my shelf because I am that bitch, okay? I can't have the series mismatching. So I did find these on Book Depository and they were like $50 each. I know. Take that in for a minute. Disgusting that I spent that much money on books. When I want a copy of a book, I'm gonna pay for it no matter how much it costs. I love these covers so much better than the covers with the men on them. I just wish everyone came out with pretty covers like this. Yeah, so Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies. I haven't even read this series. I've read Twisted Love and that's it. Everyone's hyping up on Instagram her new book she just released and she's doing a whole new series. But I need to like get into these before I move on. I did like Twisted Love, but there were things about it that I could critique, if you know what I mean. I believe that was her first release. It was good, but it just wasn't my favorite. But I've heard amazing things about these books. I've just got to get around to reading them, but they do look stunning on the shelf. This book coming up, this is the first book I've read since I gave birth, right? And bitch, this is my favorite book of the fucking year, and I love Karina Halle. Is it Halle? I don't know, but I love her so much, especially this book and this series that I'm about to talk about. If you're not new to my channel, you know that I love Karina Halle's series, like vampire series, and these are the first 3 books. So we got Black Sunshine, The Blood is the Love, and Night Wolf, okay? So this is like a vampire, witchy, crazy ass urban fantasy type of series that just tickles my fucking fancy, okay? Like I love this shit so much. I read these 2 last year and loved them during spooky season. And then this came out at the end of last year, Night Wolf, which is one of my favorite books and one of my favorite books of last year. I'm actually rereading this right now because after reading Blood Orange, which is the newest release, I had to go back and read about Wolf and Amethyst again. So Karina came out with Blood Orange, which is a story about Dracula. Yes, so this is part 1, like the first book in the Dracula duet, or Dracula's duet. The second book comes out in December, and I'm so sad because when I finished this, I was like, hello, what a fucking cliffhanger, you know what I mean? I hate when books, like duets, finish on a cliffhanger and the second book isn't out yet. It's just like so upsetting. Blood Orange is just fucking wild. As I said, it's about Dracula, like a modern day Dracula, like the Dracula, and this girl who is a witch and she's been sent to kill him. So she tries to seduce him and tries to like get close to him and get to know him so she can kill him. But she ends up falling in love with him while trying to get close to him to kill him. And there's just so much more to this. Like, I don't want to give anything away because I feel like you need to go into this book blind to enjoy it to the full extent. But this is just read it, okay? Even if you don't like vampires, even if you don't like witches, even if you don't like urban fantasy, please read this because it's such a vibe. Also, the sex in Blood Orange. Okay, the sex was wild in the first 3 books, but this one, we've got like blood play, like really kinky shit, bitch. Consensual, non-consensual, like dubious consent. Like the whole kit and caboodle's in this one, baby. So if you love vampires that want to eat ya and do bad things to ya, then this is where you need to go. Okay, so the next book that I have is kind of silly that I bought because I already own it. I love Letter to Whiskies right here, but I got the special edition. So this is the 5th anniversary edition with the extended epilogue, I think. And I bought this as a push present. So when I got home from hospital, this was my present to myself for giving birth to my son. I love Letter to Whiskies. One of my favorite standalones. It's by Candy Steiner. It's like a love triangle, right person, wrong time type of vibe. The angst is through the roof. The tears, bitch. Like the tears that I had when I finished this book, unexplainable. Like I was blabbering like a fucking baby. And I stayed up until like 5 o'clock in the morning just to finish this. Anyway, yeah, I got the special edition cover because I wanted it. It was $55. Next book I have here is the paperback for In Chaos We Reign by Amo Jones. So this is number 5? 1, 2, 3, no, number 4. This is the 4th book in the Midnight Mayhem series, and I collect all Amo's books, so I had to have it. I actually have not finished this because, again, I was pregnant when the ARC came out. I am a part of Amo's ARC team, so I do get her releases early, but I really dropped the ball on reading arcs and stuff during the pregnancy, so hopefully I can get on top of that now that I'm not pregnant, but you never know, because newborns are difficult at times. But yeah, I needed to obviously have this for the collection. Amo has her own section on my shelf, and this will be placed with the rest of her books. This is one of my favorite paperbacks I've ever bought, and if you can get your hands on this, please do, even though you probably already have this paperback of the original cover, but I got the special edition. It Ends With Us from Big W, and it's like giant, and it's pink, and it's gorgeous with gold foiling. I've obviously read It Ends With Us. I also own the paperback with the original cover, but when I saw this in store, I was like, I have to have it. And I also went to Big W just because I saw it on Instagram, and I thought, I could go look at this in person and then buy it. This came in the mail 2 days ago. It Starts With Us, and they're also this exact same size, so when you place it on the shelves, they're going to look like a fucking vibe. I haven't read It Starts With Us. I did post on Instagram saying that I was going to start it, but I haven't. To be honest, I don't really care. I know like it's all the rage right now and everyone's reading it, but like I just kind of don't care. Like I feel like It Ends With Us, it just did it for me. I didn't need to see more, but you know, I'll get around to reading it. The past few books I've read from Colleen just haven't really hit the spot. People are gonna get a bit weird about that. You know, Colleen's really blown up. She was already popular, but she's really blown up as of recently. So if I say like her past couple of books have not hit the spot for me, then people are gonna probably get mad at me because she's so well loved. But you know, not every book is gonna tickle everyone's fancy. Like Verity is still the GOAT, you know what I mean? Like best book she's ever fucking written, and you can't tell me otherwise. Layla comes second. All Your Perfects comes third. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my vibe. Am I dying to read it right now? No. I'm just not in that vibe right now. I need to reread a couple of my faves, get back into the swing of things. Blood Orange hit the spot, so I'm still in like a vampire mode. Anyway, yeah, so I got that. That is the end of my book haul. I feel weird because I haven't like filmed in so long, and I just feel different. Becoming a mum is the weirdest fucking thing on the planet. Like this whole entire video, I've just been thinking about my baby pretty much and like listening out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you want to see my birth story. Thank you for sticking around and being patient with me. Hopefully I'll get into a nice new groove in the next couple of months and you'll see more of my face more often. Hope you have a good day wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video.